The Neck is one of the southernmost regions of the north, and it divides the north from the rest of the Seven Kingdoms. It is covered in swamps and bogs with ever-changing channels, endless sandbars, deadfalls, and tangles of rotting trees. There are narrow trails between bogs, wet roads through the reeds that only boats can follow, and other paths that aren't on any map, and known only to the residents of this area. Native to the bogs of the Neck are lizard lions. Living in the water, slow streams, and deep swamps, they are said to resemble submerged logs floating in the water, and they have teeth like daggers. It is believed lizard lions are similar to alligators. Besides lizard lions, the Neck is also filled with poisonous flowers and venomous serpents. Interestingly, it's believed the Neck wasn't always full of these swamps and bogs, but made that way during the war between the First Men and the Children of the Forest. In desperation to hold the First Men back, the Children of the Forest attempted to separate the Neck from the rest of southern Westeros, similar to how they broke the Arm of Dorne. Their attempt failed, however, and instead the Neck became flooded, creating the swamps and bogs. The King's Road passes through the Neck, where it turns into a causeway. It is the only dry road through the Neck, and it is the only safe way for armies to travel through this area. One of the most important buildings in the Neck is Moat Cailin, and the 3 towers that remain that plug the northern end of the causeway like a cork in a bottle. Though it hasn't been manned in centuries, it's still vital to the north. The ruins of the castle and its remaining towers command the causeway, and are positioned in such a way that an enemy from the south must pass beneath and between them. Because of this, even a small army at the castle can play havoc on an army coming up the causeway. Ned Stark claims 200 determined archers can hold the Neck against an army. It's also stated the Neck is the key to the Northern Kingdom, and rightfully so, as Moat Cailin serves as a choke point for the north and has protected the region from southern attacks for thousands of years. The people that live in the Neck are the swamp dwellers known as Crannogmen. They are considered a small, sly people that mostly keep to themselves. They are said to sit more often in a boat than a horse and have hands made for oars, not lances. Their preferred weapons are nets, bronze knives, rounded leather shields, poisons, and frog spears. When they fight, they typically use guerrilla-style tactics with these poisons. You may never see the Crannogmen, but they certainly see you. There are no knights among the Crannogmen, but the bogs are full of dead knights. Andals, Ironmen, Freys, and others who attempted to conquer the Neck only to sink beneath the weight of their steel and drown in their armor. The Crannogmen also claim to be closer to the secrets of the old gods, as the truths of the First Men have been forgotten throughout the north, but not by the people of the Neck. They live close to the green in their bogs and crannogs, and remember. Considered a poor folk, their diet largely consists of fish, frogs, and lizards, and they raise their halls and hovels on hidden floating islands. Living in these small villages formed of reeds and thatch that sit atop these floating islands and stretches of swampy and boggy ground gives them their name, though the rest of the Seven Kingdoms have different names for them, such as bog devils, mudmen, frog-eaters, and swamp dwellers. The Crannogmen were once ruled by the Marsh Kings. The men of the Neck saw their kings as the first among equals, men touched by gods. This could be shown in many ways, such as strange eye color or speaking with animals. Holding Moat Cailin, the Marsh Kings and their men kept out any and all invaders from the south, sometimes allying with the Barrow Kings, Red Kings, and Kings of Winter. However, thousands of years ago, the Marsh Kings came to an end when the last Marsh King was killed by King Rickard Stark, the Laughing Wolf. King Rickard Stark then took the Marsh King's daughter to wife, and the Crannogmen bent their knee to the Starks in Winterfell. This alliance would remain strong, especially under the leadership of the Reeds of Greywater Watch. The addition of the Neck and Moat Cailin greatly helped in keeping the Starks' territory secure. Even with being a part of the North, the Crannogmen still preferred to keep to themselves and were rarely seen. Because of the relative isolation, there are quite a few rumors and misconceptions about the Crannogmen, mostly from the river folk to the south. Some believe the Crannogmen intermarried with the Children of the Forest, as they became very close to the Children the day the Greenseers attempted to bring the Hammer of the Waters down upon the Neck. The Crannogmen's slight build are used to justify this. However, maesters believe their small build is likely due to inadequate nutrition. Others claim the people of the Neck breathe water, use poisons on their frog spears and arrows, and have webbed hands and feet like frogs. Maesters dismiss the webbed hands and feet, reinforcing that the Crannogmen are simply men, even if they are smaller than most. However, they do confirm the poisoned spears and arrows. Merchants have been known to buy rare herbs and plants with strange properties for research at the Citadel. But utilizing these poisons in battle, and their guerrilla-style warfare, earns them some scorn by the rest of Westeros, who consider the use of both as a sign of cowardice. There are also stories of the Crannogmen riding on lizard lions and using great frog spears like lances. Finally, the Freys claim the frog eaters have moss under their arms in place of hair, they can live with nothing to eat but mud, breathe swamp water, and don't smell like men, but have a boggy stink, like frogs and trees and scummy water. Some of the well-known houses of the Neck are House Fen, House Peat, House Boggs, House Cray, and House Reed, and due to the close proximity to House Frey, all these houses have a lasting feud with them. House Reed will have its own video at one point, but what do you think of the Crannogmen? Do you think they have Children of the Forest blood in them? New Game of Thrones: A Song of Ice and Fire videos every Sunday and Wednesday. We have 2 more North videos before taking a month break for special October videos. My top 5 favorite Skagos theories will be released in a few days. And giveaway winner is García Riv. After they pick their poster, I will only have either a Targaryen or Lannister poster left, unfortunately.